Hi, my name is ZaKaiRan, and welcome to my podcast, The Two Most Powerful Keys to Your Happiness, Fulfillment, Empowerment, and Enlightenment. The ultimate keys to your joy, your empowerment, your love, bliss, contentment, fulfillment, and enlightenment. The ultimate key to getting what you want and fulfilling your purpose here on earth. The ultimate keys to experiencing all of that. To basically being joyful and happy all the time, and being prosperous, and feeling clear and confident and connected and empowered and leading a magical and fulfilling life is basically two things, two master keys of success. Number one, connecting to who you truly are as source, connecting to the unconditional loving source self that you truly are. Your inner self, your higher self, if you will, that loves you completely, 100% unconditionally, no matter what, and never ever judges your behavior as being wrong in any way, or ever judges your thinking as being wrong or sinful in any way. And who 100% supports you completely, unconditionally, to be, do, and have whatever you want in your life. And is always 24/7 guiding you towards what you want that will make you the happiest and the most prosperous and the most excited and content and the most fulfilled, etc., etc. And the second ultimate key to your happiness and fulfillment is when you have reconnected to you as source. That is when you realize how unlimited you are and how totally empowered you are, because you, as source self, are completely unlimited and the entire universe is supporting you 100% unconditionally to be, do, and have whatever you want. And when you surrender to that unlimited power that you have and who you are, who you truly are, you fully engage as that self-empowered creator, that unlimited creator, and you head towards your desires and actively create your desires into your physical reality. And most of all, enjoy the journey of creating those desires into your physical reality. Then you fully feel and understand your power and the responsibility that you have, which is the power that literally creates new worlds, which is what you are doing here on planet Earth. It is why you are on planet Earth and in this body. You are a planetary evolver. You are literally the force of evolution. But you're not doing it to save the planet or to save humanity, because nothing and no one needs saving. Nothing and no one is broken. You're just doing it for the fun of it. You're not here on some holy mission from God. You're here on your own divine, holy mission of fun. For you, the God self that you truly are. You're here for the holy mission of joyful creation. You're here to be source, God, goddess, all that is, the power of creation in a human body. You're here to be the big bang in a human body. And not because you've been told to, but because you chose to. Not because you need to prove your worth to anybody, to deserve anything, just because you chose to, for the fun of it. You chose to come here for the adventure and the experience of contrast and the desires for improvement that contrast of unwanted things would naturally inspire within you. And you came here to then manifest that improvement through you on planet Earth into your life, into reality. You are the conduit of change. You are the conduit of evolution. You did not come here to manually, physically manipulate and try to control and change the world. You came here to just desire new and wonderful things in your life and on planet Earth and even in other people's lives, even though you don't have any control of their lives. You still have those desires. And then it was your job to just manifest those desires through you into your life, and then thusly influence others and influence all of creation, evolution itself, with those creations, with the manifestations of your desires. You're not here to prove anything to anyone, and that includes your own source self. You as source loves you as human, as divine human, as a divine soul, as a divine spirit in a human body, completely unconditionally. No matter what you do or think or don't do or don't think or believe or don't believe. Now, who you are as a human is temporary. Your body can die, but you as a soul, you as source, are completely immortal and cannot die. You've always existed and always will exist. So the source you is the real you. The human you is the feeling you, the expanding you, the ground crew, as it were. And you as source is like the captain on the ship, giving directions to and guidance to the ground crew. But you as source is not separate from you in any way. The source you, the God source you is always there for you 24/7. And you are always connected to this source self. There is never, ever a separation between you. But you can and will feel separated from that source you, that source you, if you are thinking in contrary ways to how you as source is thinking. And it's easy to know when you're thinking in ways that unconditionally loving source self that you truly are is not thinking, because you feel bad and you feel disconnected from source and from other people, and you feel unloved and you feel unwanted and you feel unworthy and powerless and helpless, and you feel lonely and angry and depressed and powerless and helpless and not good enough, and you then try to feel better, like humans typically do, by trying to create connections and make agreements with other humans and vows to always act in certain ways to try to have a similar experience of divine connection. We make these vows and agreements with each other to try to make each other happy, but it never works. It does seem to work temporarily when you hook up with someone in a wonderful, loving way, because Source is looking in similar positive directions towards divine connections. And when you focus on positive things, Source is also focused on positive things. But where it goes south, and where all good relationships end up in the shitter, is when you become reliant upon other humans, other lovers, other friends, other relatives, etc., to provide you that divine connection, and basically to help you feel happy and loved and etc. And you rely upon the behavior of others to make you happy, and you also manipulate and try to control yourself to act in certain ways to keep other people happy, and that's when it all goes to shit. It works initially because you are focusing on all the good qualities of your new lover, and everyone's on their best behavior, and if you could have maintained your focus solely upon their good qualities and paid no attention to the negative, annoying ones, you would have lived happily ever after. And in the same vein, if you would have somehow been able to continue to manipulate and control yourself, act in perfectly pleasing ways to always keep them happy, classic happy wife, happy life situation, then you would have all lived happily ever. But when your happiness is reliant upon the behavior of another person, or reliant upon you acting in certain ways to please others, as soon as they do something annoying or something we as humans tend to agree is the wrong sort of behavior, or you do something that's wrong that doesn't make them happy, as soon as you start focusing upon their alleged faults, start believing in the illusion of victimhood, and of course they start seeing your faults, well, now you're both in trouble, because your focus upon negative aspects of each other builds up momentum, and the universe keeps showing you more negative qualities and showing them more negative qualities about you, and before too long, negative qualities, annoying aspects is all you can see about each other, and you are now blind to all of their positive qualities, and they cannot see any of your positive qualities. So the key to wonderful relationships, and the key to your joy, bliss, and connection, and empowerment, and contentment, is to make the most important thing in your life be feeling good unconditionally. In other words, you're going to feel good regardless of conditions. You're going to feel happy regardless of anything in your life or in the world, and regardless of your lover's behavior, your partner's behavior, your children's behavior, your relatives' behavior, your friends' behaviors, your etc., 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 the behavior of anyone, because that is how you as source functions. Source's mood, or you as source's mood and happiness, is not judgmentally dependent upon any physical conditions and how other people are acting. Doesn't matter what you or anyone else is doing, source does not care and is always unconditionally happy and proud and supportive and respectful and honoring and loyal and loving and excited about everything and everyone. And that is how you must be. And when you are, that is when you will feel the power of you as source. That is when you will feel the most fulfilled and the most satisfied and the most excited and the most creative, etc. When you're thinking and living in a state of appreciation, you will feel your connection to source, because source is always in a constant, never-ending state of appreciation. When you're thinking and living in a state of joy and love and honor and respect, excitement and abundance, you will feel your connection to you as source, because you as source is always 100%, 24/7 in a constant, never-ending state of love, joy, honor, respect, excitement, and abundance. But any thoughts that you have that are contrary to those states of being, you will feel disconnected from you as source. You'll feel disconnected from God, if you want to use those old terms. If you're thinking in any resistant, combative, us versus them ways, or thinking that there is any lack of anything, and thinking in any limited way whatsoever, or believing in your or anyone else's disempowerment or victimhood, or believing that you or anyone is helpless or unworthy or powerless or wrong or sinful or bad or evil, etc., etc., then you will always feel bad, and you will feel disconnected from you as source, because you as source never, ever, 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 ever thinks in negative, limited, judgmental ways. You as source never, ever, 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 ever judges anyone for any reason as being wrong or sinful or bad, etc. So if you judge anyone for any reason, no matter how dastardly their behavior is, you are thinking in ways that are contrary to the constant, unconditional love that source always is, and always does, and always acts, and always thinks, and always views and sees. And when you can love the scumbags in life and see only the divinity and the joy and the love that they truly are as source, as the source self that they truly are, then you truly have achieved a state of enlightenment. And you get there by loving lovable things and lovable people, and focusing solely upon things and people and creatures and situations that are easy. I emphasize, easy to like, love, and appreciate. And that builds up the love momentum, because the law of attraction is all about momentum. You're still loving a little bit conditionally by choosing to focus on easy to love things and people, etc. But that is perfectly all right, and because it builds up the love and appreciation momentum, and it attracts more lovable things that are easy to like, love, and appreciate. It is not possible to jump from being a conditional lover, a judgmental lover, so to speak, who is reliant upon conditions to ensure your happiness, and then jump straight to the top of the mountain where you can even love a serial killer. Well, that's just way too big of a jump for most people. So step one is you focus on everything and anything that is easy to love. Then you attract more things that are easy to love. This builds up your creation and manifestation focus and your confidence. And then when you have built up a really solid base and mastery of focus and clarity upon your ability, your mastery of your ability to focus on good things, and your ability to avert your attention from unwanted things, now you are truly on the road to freedom. And the next step towards mastery and getting closer to being an unconditional lover is learning the priceless value that of contrast, of what you don't like, the contrast of what you don't like and don't love, and how the unwanted things and situations in life are the inspiration for your growth and your expansion, because the contrast of what you don't like and don't want causes you to naturally launch rockets of desire, of improvement. And those rockets of desire are literally the fuel that fires the force of evolution. Without knowing what you don't like and don't want, you would not know what you do want. So contrast is extremely valuable. It is an absolute integral part of creation itself. All the supposed dramas and traumas and wars and conflicts, big and small, are all inspirations for us all to desire improvement and then move towards that improvement. So step two is becoming at peace with the contrast of life and knowing that we came here specifically to experience that contrast, because we all knew how valuable it was going to be for our joy and expansion in our spiritual growth, and how valuable it was going to be to empower us to be able to powerfully create our desires into our physical realities, and just for the joy and adventure of creation. And with the developed mastery of honoring the priceless value of contrast, now you're getting closer to the top of the mountain where you can even love all the shit and all the evil people and all the murderers, etc., etc., where you can love all the killers and the rapists and the conquerors and the greedy bastards and the hurtful people, and where you can even love all of the shit that you have done, because you understand that there is no such thing as victimhood. There's no such thing as a victim. There's no such thing as assertion. There is only attraction. And the next step of getting you closer to the top of the mountain where you can love like Source does in a completely unconditional, non-judgmental way is to actively on a daily basis to connect to you as Source. That means you've got to spend a lot of time alone with just you and your Source in meditation and affirmations and visualizations, and similarly aligning processes so that you can build up momentum of unconditional love and build up your momentum of connection to Source, and build up your momentum of your alignment to what and who you truly are and your desires. You want to connect to Source every day in your hour of power and feel that connection and feel that unconditional love that you as Source has for you. The love, honor, respect, and complete loyalty that Source has for you 24/7. And build up your reliance upon that so that you don't look to other humans to provide that for you. Then you can finally release everyone from the prison you incarcerated them in, and release them from the forced labor you imposed upon them to be surrogate sources for you and be your happiness and be the source of your happiness and be your love slaves. And you can finally release yourself from the similar enslavement that you allowed others to impose upon you, and you agreed to be their love and happiness slave. Now, everyone is free to be however they need to be for their own spiritual, physical journey and growth. And now you can have source relationships where you love each other unconditionally, or at least you love others unconditionally, whether they have that awareness and ability to love you unconditionally yet or not. And with the power of your focus and mastery of focusing solely upon the positive qualities of people and encouraging those qualities, and with your mastery, paying no attention to the limited projections people show you or the limited beliefs they have about themselves and you or others, with your positive focus on knowing that they are unlimited, all-powerful masters of creation with the power to create anything they desire, you wholeheartedly encourage their mastery and their power. And people will think you are an amazing divine master, or they will think you're crazy. But to you, crazy is just as much a compliment as calling you a master. So either way, you say thank you very much. And after a while of committing to your hour power every day and committing to connecting to who you truly are as source, then you have built up a solid, deep foundation that is absolutely unshakable, and you stay focused on feeling good no matter what is going on in the world, no matter what kind of insanity is going on around you, you stay focused. You are like Kwai Chang Caine in Kung Fu, who's built up a solid, enlightened base, and now you can go out into the world holding your light and shining your light by loving everyone unconditionally. You've built up such a solid foundation of joy and excitement and fun and happiness and health and vitality and well-being and abundance that you create more and more and more of those things every single day of your life. And then you naturally influence others to believe that they can do the same. And you may even actively teach others how to create this immense well-being in their lives too. But most of all, you have fun on the journey of creation. So I hope you got something from this. If you did, please share it with your friends. Bless them with these amazing teachings. Come visit me at ZaKaiRan.com for more empowering goodies. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is ZaKaiRan, and I help success-minded people create the happy, abundant lifestyle you love. Thanks again for watching my video or listening to this podcast, and I wish you immense joy and abundance on your magnificent journey of divine creation. And, of course, always remember to make life a holiday. Woo!